Once again, good morning to my dear students. Today we'll be seeing one more topic in the subject engineering mechanics. Uh, Actually, in engineering mechanics, we consider a body as a single particle and we analyze the forces acting on the particle and we will find the unknown forces and the resultant of the forces or the combination of the same. So, but treating a body as a single particle is always not possible. And in general, the size of the body and the specific points of application of the forces must also be considered. So, but most of the bodies in elementary mechanics, we assume it to be rigid. That is, the actual deformations are very small and they do not affect the conditions of equilibrium or motion of the body. So, any system of forces acting on a rigid body can be replaced by an equivalent system consisting of a force acting at a given point and a couple. Now, if we go to the forces that acts on rigid bodies, they are basically divided into two groups. One is external forces and another one is internal forces. The external forces, as shown in this figure, we can see a group of three men pulling a truck. So this is considered to be an external force here. And this external force is acting from outside the body, whereas the internal forces, the weight of the truck vertically acting downwards, and the reactive forces offered by the load on the tires. So these are the examples for external and internal forces. If unopposed, each external force can impart a motion of translation or rotation or both. Now, we go to the concept of principle of transmissibility considering the equivalent forces. The condition of equilibrium or motion are not affected by the transmitting of a force along its line of action. That is, the meaning is a force can be transmitted along its line of action to any point. This will not change the effect of the force on the particle. For example, you consider this rigid body and a force F is acting on the rigid body at this point. Now, this dotted line represents the line of action of the force. Now, this force F can be moved to any point along its line of action. It will not change the effect of the force on the body. So, this concept is called as principle of transmissibility. So, you consider the previous example where a force F is exerted on the truck. Now this force F can be, now this is acting in the front portion of the truck, but the same force can be extended and it can be transmitted to the rear portion of the truck along its line of action. So this is not going to alter the effect of the force on the body. So this is called as principle of transmissibility. I hope you have understood the concept of principle of transmissibility as well as external and internal forces. Thank you.